Okay. Good morning, students. Today, our new chapter is nuclear physics. Atomic physics completed, and in atomic physics, X-rays also completed. Today, we are going to discuss about nuclear physics, nuclei. See. First introduction. All atomic nuclei consist of protons and neutrons, nothing but elementary particles. Elementary particles, nothing but nucleons, nothing but protons and neutrons. See, first one. All atomic nuclei having elementary particles are called protons and neutrons. Second one. The proton inside the nucleus has hydrogen. Proton has a single atomic number. So that is a proton 1H1. So that is the proton in the nucleus is called hydrogen. Next, third one. The nucleus consists of protons and neutrons, or also called as nucleons. So that is, in a hydrogen atom only one proton is there, only one mass number, one atomic number. So that is 1H2. So that is, a proton in the nucleus is called hydrogen, a single proton. The nucleus consists of protons and neutrons are also called as nucleons. See, mass of proton is equal to 1.6726 10 power minus 27 kg. Mass of neutron into 10 power minus 27 kg. Charge of proton plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 22. Charge of Next, fifth one, mass of proton, mass of electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 power minus 13 kg. Mass of proton is nearly 1836 times mass of electron. Mass of proton is more than, that is greater than 1836 times mass of proton. Okay. Next. Classification of elements. Those elements in the periodic table nearly 100 plus. Those elements are classified into 5 groups. So what are those? First one is representation of element. Representation of. See carefully. X, Z, A. In the periodic table, all elements we have written like that in the manner. What is X? Represent A, represent Z, represent. See, X nothing but element. Z nothing but total number of proton. Inside meters. And also called as atomic number. Atomic number. Next, A is equal to total number of proton and neutrons. P plus E. A is also called as mass number. Next, in that A minus Z is equal to, what is it? P plus Z. What is Z? P is equal to Z. What is A minus Z? Number of neutron number. So classification of elements, first to have to represent, how to represent the element. So I have to write any element, then they must have it atomic number mass number. Or like that. X, Z, A. This is also recognized like that. All like that. So X, Z, A, X is the element. So Z atomic number, A for mass number. So A minus Z is the neutron number. Example 1H2, 2 helium 4. H, hydrogen atom, hydrogen element, helium element, atomic number, mass number, atomic number. This is the representation of. This is the just introduction. First to go. What is the nuclear physics? What is the nuclei? What is the nucleons? What are the elementary particles? What are their properties? First to discuss about introduction. So that is the first priority in the any chapter. This is the introduction. Right. Okay, that is first one is representation of element. Already discussed. Now we go for classification of elements. The elements are classified into 5 groups. First one is isotopes. isotopes. The nuclei having same atomic number, different mass number are called isotopes. Same atomic number, Z, same, A, different. Example, 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. This is the first one. What is the second one? 6 oxygen, so that is 16. 6 oxygen 17. 6 oxygen 18. So atomic number say 1 1 1, 6 6 6. Mass number different. That is called isotopes. Now next, isobars. Z, different. A, same. Reverse. That is the reverse of isotopes. Z is same. Example, 1H3, 2 helium 3. Second one, 6C13, 7 nitrogen 13. 6C13, 7 nitrogen 13. So 3 33. Next, third one, isotones. Z different, A different. The nuclei having, so atomic number different, mass number different, but neutron number is same. Z different. A different. A minus Z same. Example, 1H3, 2 helium 4. In this one, A minus Z, 3 minus 2, so 3 minus 1 is 2. In this one, A minus Z, 4 minus 2 is equal to. That is called isotones. Next one, isomers. A same, Z also same. Atomic, the nuclei having atomic number same, mass number same, but their radioactive properties are different. A same, Z same, but the radioactive properties are different. Example, 35 chromium 80 M. 35 chromium 80. This is ground. 35 chromium 80. Here M, here J. What is M? M is equal to metastable state. Br is equal to ground state. That means when an electron in the nuclei, the electron transition in the atomic of nuclei, so that is transition from one orbit to another orbit. So there is the same electron transition in same bromine, but the electron transition at a ground state is different. Their properties are different. At a metastatic state, excited state are also different. So here, this is bromine 3580. This is metastatic state, excited state. 35 bromine 80. This is ground state. So this is ground level. So both are bromine atoms, but their properties are different at different exact levels. This is called isomers. Next, we go for fifth one. Isodiaphers. A different, Z different, but excess number of neutron number is same. Excess number of neutron is same. A minus 2Z. Example. 11 sodium 23. What is A minus 2Z? A minus 2Z. So 23 minus 2 into 11 is equal to 13 aluminum 26 27. A minus 2Z. 27 minus 30, 2 into 30. These two are isodiaphers. A minus the excess number of neutron. A minus Z is neutron number. A minus 2Z is excess number of neutron. Excess number of neutron is same. So 11 sodium 23 getting that is what. 13 aluminum 27 getting up. These two elements are called isodiaphers. So in the periodic table we have number of elements. Those are classified into 5 groups: isotopes, bars, tones, mers, diaphers. Right. Next, we are going to discuss about nucleus property. What is the nucleus property? Properties of nucleus. Properties of nucleus means size of the nucleus, volume of the nucleus, radius of the nucleus, charge of nucleus, mass of nucleus. Right. So, properties of first one, charge of nucleus. So this is the nucleus plus Z. Charge of nucleus, nothing but charge of proton. Generally, the nucleus consists of proton and neutron. But inside the nucleus, the neutron has no charge. So, the total charge of nucleus is nothing but charge of proton. Charge of nucleus is equal to charge of proton. Positive charge. Nucleus charge is always positive charge. Next, second, mass of nucleus. So, capital mass of nucleus. Mass of proton plus mass of the total mass of the nucleus is called mass of nucleus. Total mass of the nucleus. Masses of nucleus. Next, third, size of nucleus. Size. Nothing but what? According to Rutherford, already we discussed the Rutherford alpha scattering in atomic physics, the starting chapter. According to Rutherford alpha scattering, the volume of nucleus directly proportional to its mass number. Next, V proportional to mass number. Mass number in this chapter, mass number is denoted by always A, capital A. What is the size of the nucleus? Nothing but the spherical size. So volume 4/3 pi r cube proportional to A. R cube proportional to A. This is constant. R proportional to A power 1/3. R is equal to R naught A power 1/3. R naught is equal to proportionality constant. The value is 1.2 Fermi. 1.2 into 10 power minus 15. R naught is the constant, proportionality constant. 1.2 Fermi. That is, so in some cases we have taken R naught is equal to 1.3 also. 1.3 or 1.2 Fermi. So that R naught 1.2 and 1.3. There is a small difference 0.1. That the difference changes the density of nucleus. Now we go for fourth application. R proportional to A power 1/3. R1 by R2. A1 by A2 whole power 1/3. can be measured. The masses of the nucleons are measured by one unit, one separate unit, that is called atomic mass unit. 1 AMU, atomic mass unit. 1 AMU is 1/12 part of mass of carbon atom. 1/12 part of mass of carbon atom is called 1 AMU. 1 AMU is equal to 1/12 mass of carbon atom. 60. 1/12 mass 12 by Avogadro's number. How to calculate mass? Mass number by Avogadro number. Mass number by Avogadro number. Mass. Now 1 by Avogadro's number. 1 by 6.023 to 10 power 23. 1.66056 into 10 power minus 24 grams. 1 AMU value is equal to 1.66056 10 power minus 27 kg. 1 AMU value is nothing but nearly 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg. Nearly. Here, mass of carbon atom, that is carbon atom, this is not carbon atom. In carbon atom, we have taken mass. This is mass number. Mass is equal to mass number by Avogadro's number. Mass is equal to mass number by Avogadro's number. What is mass number? 12. What is Avogadro's number? 10. So, yeah, the name is there Avogadro's number. Avogadro's. Avogadro's number, generally the value is generally used in the gases. Boltzmann law, Avogadro's law, universal gas constant. So those are all that belongs to gases. Now, to calculate the mass of the original mass in terms of grams, in terms of kg. So we have taken mass is equal to atomic number, that is mass number by Avogadro. Finally, we are getting 1 AMU. This is the properties of nucleus. That is the property of charge of nucleus. Mass of the nucleus. Atomic mass unit. Again, size of the nucleus. Right? Next, nucleus charge completed. Nucleus mass completed. In nucleus, the size according to Rutherford also scattering, the size nothing but volume, radius, shape. So that is also completed. So already we derived that formula. R is equal to R0 A over 1 by 3. R0 is the value of 1.2 Fermi. Fermi means 10 power minus 15. Atomic mass unit. Generally, masses are calculated generally in grams and kgs. But nuclear masses, elementary particle masses, are measured by separate unit, that is called atomic mass unit. Already that atomic mass unit also derived, that is called 1/12 part of mass of carbon atom. So mass of carbon atom is calculated by using single formula, mass number by Avogadro's number. We get in grams or pounds. Next, we go for density of nucleus. Fifth one, density of nucleus. Density means mass by volume. Mass. Here we have taken mass, nothing but atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit. Density of nucleus means the nucleus mass is in terms of atomic mass unit. We have taken. Density is equal to mass by volume. Capital M by volume. Rho is equal to capital M in terms of, capital M is the mass, in terms of A. How? So that is atomic mass unit into 1 A by volume 4 by 3 pi naught. Rho is equal to A into 1.660565 10 power minus 27 kg by 4 by 3 pi. What is R? R naught 8 over 1 by 3 whole power. Already just now we derived the R. Just now. Size of the next. From this equation, rho is equal to A into 1.660565 into 10 power minus 27. This is volume meter cube. Cube, so that is meter cube, cube meter. By 4 by 3 pi means 22 by 7 into R naught cube into A. A power 1 by 3 whole power 1 whole cube. A power 1 by 3 whole cube. This is A. This is A. Finally, what we get? What is R naught value? Already just now I told you. So that means rho is equal to 1.660565 10 power minus 27 by 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 1.2 into 10 power minus, that is 50 whole cube. Finally, after deriving this one, we get it 2.3 into 10 power 17 kg per meter. See carefully. The density of weakness is always the order of 10 power 17. Order means 10 power. So what is the order? What is the quality? What is the quality factor? Order of quality factor, order of magnitude. Those are so that is repeated in units and measurements. This is the value of density of weakness 2.3 into 10 power. So 17 into kg per meter. That is the density of unit. See carefully in this one. The density of nucleus independent of its mass number, because of mass number is very constant. Density of nucleus for any element, for any mass number is constant. So this is independent of mass number. Mass number is getting cancelled. Next, now we go for sixth one. Energy mass relation. Energy mass equivalent relation. In first year, so in all chapter mass is the converted into energy. In all chapter mass is present, that mass is converted into energy. In second year, most of the chapters in electricity, charge is the converted into energy. Energy mass relation means according to Einstein relation, mass is converted into energy. E is equal to mc². Energy is converted into mass. That is a reversible process. Mass, energy, mass. Now, according to Einstein, relation, E is equal to mc². want the mass of the value, we have to take an A. We have the mass number, we have to take an A. That is mass number. Mass, okay, is equal to 1 AMU into C square is equal to 1.660565 10 power minus 27. C square 9 into 10 power 16 joule. This value in terms of electron is equal to, so 931.5 mega electron volt. This is in terms of joule. This is in terms of electron volt. Already we know that the electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. 1 joule is equal to 1 electron volt by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. In this one, how to calculate the AMU values? See, 7. E is equal to mc square. Okay, 1 AMU into c square. Just now, E is equal to 931.5 MeV also. Okay, by using these two relations, 1 AMU into c square is equal to 931.5 MeV. 1 AMU is equal to 931.5 MeV by c square. This is 1 AMU in terms of electron volt. 1 AMU value in terms of electron volt by c square. And this is the energy according to energy mass relation. E is equal to 931.5 MeV. So in this chapter, in the during solving the problems, we have to use always. So that is this value 931.5 MeV. Always we have to remember that value. E is equal to 931.5. So this 1 AMU value 931.5 AMU. So the masses of nucleons, nothing but mass of electron, mass of proton, mass of neutron. Those are calculated in cases, and also those are calculated in so AMU also. So this is about energy mass relation. Right. Now we go for some more definitions. What is the energy? Binding energy, mass defect. How would you getting? How would we getting energy? So energy is always related with mass. So there is a change in mass. There is a defect of mass. That defect of mass, change in mass, is converted into energy. Now we go for same binding energy, mass defect. How we get? Mass defect, that is denoted by delta A, not delta capital M, delta small m. Change in mass, simply say that. How we get it? How we define mass defect? Suppose this is the mass of nucleus, capital M is equal to mass of nucleus. Total mass of nucleus. Already in the starting of chapter, so I told you mass of the nucleus nothing but mass of the nucleons, nothing but mass of proton plus mass of neutron. Okay. Now, first we have to measure the total mass of the nucleus. So we are getting some value. Now, the mass of the nucleus is measured separately with mass of proton, mass of neutron. This is mass of proton, some value. on getting some value. Suppose this is 5 gram. This is 5.05 gram. Mass defect. How? Is equal to sum of masses of the individual nucleons minus mass of the total nucleus is called mass defect. The defect means there is a change in mass. Mass is differ by. Mass is changed by. The small, that change in mass is converted into energy. That change in mass only converted. Now mass defect. Delta M is equal to difference between masses of total masses of nucleons. Mass of proton plus mass of proton and total mass of the nucleus is called mass effect. Is called mass. Okay. Next. In mathematical form, mass of proton plus mass of neutron minus capital M. Mass of proton is always represented with atomic number J. Mass of neutron A minus J. Just now I told you in the starting of chapter, so representation of element. On that one I told you what is the mass number, how to represent neutron number. So that is proton number. That is mass delta. There must be change in mass to calculate it in this way. That change in mass is converted into energy. That energy is called binding energy. So initially those are binding. Those are constitute the nucleus. We have to calculate we have to measure the mass. After that, so those are calculated individually by breaking. So to break the nucleus, we need some energy. That want energy is called binding energy. The energy required to combine the nucleons or to break the nucleus into nucleons is called binding energy. B. There is another definition about this one, binding fraction, after that. So we go for binding energy, the energy required to combine or break the nucleus into nucleons is called binding energy. We know the binding energy formula, general formula. What is the binding energy formula? What is the energy relation? E is equal to mc square. Here binding energy is equal to mass into mc square also. Here the mass is nothing but mass defect into c square. Delta M into c square. Joule. There are two types of values in binding energy to calculate the problems. See carefully. Binding energy is equal to delta M into c square joule. Masses are measured in kg. Kilogram. Binding energy is equal to delta M into 931.5 MeV. Where we have to take this equation, when we have to take this. In this equation, masses are the mass of proton, mass of neutron are measured in kg. Here, this one mass of proton, mass of neutron are measured in AM. Masses are measured in AM. Fourth one, packing fraction. What is packing fraction? That is denoted by small f. Mass defect per nucleon. One nucleon. One nucleon is the defect only. Packing fraction. Mass defect per nucleon. Capital M minus A by A. Mass defect. Generally, mass defect is denoted by delta M. For our convenience, for understanding of yours, so I write it like that. Capital M minus A. What is capital M? Total mass of the nucleus. What is it? That nucleus mass number. That nucleus mass number. By. Next. There is no units. Next. Fifth one. Binding fraction. This is very important. Binding fraction. Binding energy per nucleon. This is called binding energy delta M into C square joule by nucleon. Delta M into 931.5 MeV by binding energy per nucleon represents how stable the nucleus. ఒక న్యూక్లియస్ ఎంత స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంది చెప్పానే బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ. సపోజ్ ఐరన్ ఉంది. సపోజ్ we have to take up two elements, iron, hydrogen. Hydrogen is participated in any equation, maximum number of equation, but iron is participated less number of equation. That means iron has more stable compared to so that is hydrogen. Iron has more stable. The binding energy per nucleon having the value of iron is maximum value compared to mass number is more than iron, mass number is less than iron. The value is 8.5 megaelectron. So binding energy per nucleon for that is hydrogen 1.11 megaelectron. That means binding energy per nucleon is represents how stable the nucleus. How stable the nucleus. So this is called binding energy per nucleon. Binding energy always. So just remember, binding energy is quite different energy. Energy mass relation. Don't confuse that energy mass relation is equal to. So that is delta M 1 A into C square. 1 A into C square. Here binding energy is equal to delta M into C square. Don't confuse. So we have to always use the equation of calculate the binding energy or energy. We have to use this one equation. This equation only. Next, now binding energy per nucleon represents stability of how stable the nucleus after participating in the reaction. After participating in the reaction, that nucleus how stable, that is represented by binding energy. Yes? Right. Okay. Now we go for in binding energy, mass defect, nothing but change in mass is converted into energy. Okay, I tell you. Already I told you. Now, during the reaction, the binding energy are also divided into two parts. During energy absorbing. So during reaction, energy must be liberated or released or absorbing. So, by the condition of liberated, absorbing and releases of energy, the binding energy are calculated in the problems. So, the problems of binding energy are calculated in two ways. Those are exo-ergic, endo-ergic. Here, why should we call as ergic, not thermic? So, the energy in terms of energy, so ergic. So, nothing but energy. The energy in terms of heat energy, thermo. Exothermic, energy in terms of temperature, heat. So exoergic, the energy in terms of energy. That energy may be, so that is electrical energy, something, some more energy, like that. Now, exoergic and low. Exoergic. The reaction in which reaction energy releases is called exothermic. Not writing exothermic. Thermic and thermic that energy releases in the form of heat energy. So don't write the energy, the reaction in which energy releases is called A plus B. For reaction, we have must two reactants. Single atom cannot react by itself. So to participate in the reaction, we have must two reactants. A, B. Those are two reactants. Those reactants, after we getting C plus D, some more energy. A, comma, B. Reactants. C, comma, D. Products. Q. Energy released. Okay, in this one, how we getting binding energy? How we getting energy? So there are two types of energies. So mass defect energy, binding energy. First, in this one, mass of reactants greater than mass of product must. So remember, for releasing of energy, the reactants must have more mass. This mass is splitting. So carefully, this is higher mass, this is lower mass. What is mass defect? So this is reactants, this is the products. What is the mass defect generally? So that is individual mass of that is products. So products minus reactants. So we getting positive. Reactants minus product. We getting reactants minus product. We getting mass. Mass of reactants greater than mass. Delta M. Mass of reactants. Mass of delta M. Mass of A plus mass of B. Mass of C. Mass of B. Q. Energy release. Delta M into C squared and the joule. Okay. So this is the second one. Q is equal to delta M into 931.5 MeV. See carefully. Where you have to substitute 931.5. So in the place use cheyakudandi. So don't use 931.4, that is 931.1.5 is always used in the presence of delta mass effect only. Next. Now what is the third one? Binding energy. Binding energy of products greater than binding energy of reactants. Why? Because of here in LHS reactants only 1, 2. In RHS that is products and energy. So C plus D plus D. This energy is more compared to this. Energy of product greater than energy of binding energy. Binding energy of product minus binding energy of liquid. Okay, done. Binding energy of product means binding energy of C plus binding energy of D. Binding energy of A, binding energy of. Okay, done. But how to calculate the values? Value of original value of binding energy. See carefully. We want binding energy, but in the problem he given binding energy per nucleon. How? Binding energy is equal to calculation. See carefully. Binding energy per nucleon is the given value in the problem in the data line. Is given binding energy per nucleon, not given energy. Binding energy per nucleon is given stability of nucleus into mass number of C. Binding energy of nucleon into mass number of D. So mass number, how to calculate mass number? So he is given to the data some value, suppose chlorine or sodium like that. So we know the sodium mass, chlorine mass, aluminum mass minus binding energy per nucleon into mass number of A plus binding energy per nucleon into mass number into B. A, what is A? Mass number. Mass number. Next. 4. So this is exoelectric. Now you go for endoelectric. So before reaction, for reaction, for conclusion, for the constituent of reaction, for doing reaction, the energy must so absorb it. Energy తీసుకున్న తర్వాత రియాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఎనర్జీ రియాక్షన్ తర్వాత ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్. ఎనర్జీ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత సో రియాక్షన్ ఎండో the reaction in which energy will be absorbed. Means, see carefully, A plus B plus Q energy absorbed before going to reaction. So A plus B. For reaction, there must be energy is absorbed. Gives rise to frequency. Thus Q is transposed outside, we getting A plus B gives rise to C plus D minus Q. Energy releases, amount of energy releases, positive side. Energy absorbed, negative side. This is the sign conversion according to first law of thermodynamics. We know first law of thermodynamics. The amount of energy given to the system, it is utilized in two ways. That is to increase internal energy and doing work done. Here also. So according to sign conversion, releases, positive, absorbing, negative. This is the thing. Exoelectric conductor. This is the reverse process of exoelectric. Reverse process of exo. We getting endo. In exo-endothermic, already I wrote one equation, that is A plus B gives rise to C plus D minus B. A plus B, C plus D. Here masses of products greater than masses of reactants. The reverse of exo-endothermic. Delta M is equal to masses of product, masses of reactants. Delta M is equal to, why we should return mass of product minus mass of reactants? In that one previous, reactants minus product. So in this one we have to suppose we have written so reactants minus product, we getting minus. But mass is always change in mass, defect of mass is measured. So that is some value, some amount of value. That is in terms of grams or micrograms or any. But that must be in the positive side. Then delta M is equal to mass of product C plus D. A plus D. What is the energy? Q is equal to delta M. C square chow. Q is equal to delta M. 931.5 MeV. 412. Binding energy of reactants products. See, a simple technique to remember. In this one, product greater, reactants lesser. In this one, reactants greater, product lesser. Binding energy of reactants, binding energy of product. Binding energy is equal to binding energy of A plus binding energy of B minus binding energy of C plus binding energy of B. Okay. Binding energy curve already learned in our theory. So there are also nuclear forces also learn. You must learn in theory. Now you for what is radioactivity? Radioactivity. Radio means energy. Activity releases. Energy releases by itself without reaction. It's called radioactivity. Natural radioactivity. Radioactivity. This is first introduced by Madame Curie in 18th, 1918. Madame Curie. Now, what is that is basic law? There is one basic law of radioactivity. From basic law, we have to calculate more applications and more problems. So, in NEET level, there must be asking. So, any NEET level question, this is the main concept of radioactivity. Now, radioactivity. Or natural radioactivity. Some nuclei, some elements of nuclei, some uranium, thorium, plutonium, like some natural enriched some elements. By itself, emission of energy, emission of radiation. Those radiations are in this chapter. I told you the emission of radiation nothing but alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation. Here radiation is nothing but energy. But in this one we have to call it as radiation, alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, not energy. So not called as energy. The emission of spontaneous emission of some of the elements are spontaneous emission, alpha, beta, gamma. Some of the elements alpha, beta only. Some of the elements alpha, gamma only. Some of the elements only alpha, only beta, only gamma. That must be so there is an emission of any one of the energy. The spontaneous emission of alpha, beta, gamma radiation by itself, by disintegrate. Here also, see carefully. The energy releases, before energy releases, that is disintegrate. So, by disintegrate of its element, its nuclei of element by disintegrate. So the spontaneous emission of energy. అది disintegrate అవుతూ energy release చేస్తుంది. That is called natural radioactivity or radioactivity. The spontaneous emission. By itself, by disintegrate itself, disintegrate. By disintegrate itself. Disintegrate. Generally, what is integrate? Multiplication, increasing value. Disintegration, decreasing value. So, by disintegrate itself, disintegration by itself, it's the spontaneous emission of alpha, beta, gamma rays. It's called radioactivity. Only those energies, some of the heat energy. So in the presence of alpha, beta, gamma, also some of the heat energy, some of the electric energy also releases. That is another part. Now this is called radioactivity. See carefully. X parent, mode. X is the parent. Radioactive element. So Y is daughter. After radiation, the radiation may be alpha, beta, gamma. Some more energy. That energy depending on the consumption of mass. That energy release depends on its mass defect. So generally this is the parent daughter, original nuclei. So by the spontaneous emission of this like that parent atom is converted into daughter because of there is a change in mass. That change in mass is converted into energy. Q. This is the mode of radioactivity. Radioactivity la jarugutundi. Radioactivity. Yes. There are three types of decay. So example. Another example, natural uranium, thorium, plutonium. Those are called radioactive. Next. So, alpha, beta, gamma radiations are nothing but energies. Those are decay. Those are releases. Before releasing of alpha, beta decay, what are those properties? Suppose alpha energy releases. The parent atom is converted to that atom. How they changes with atomic number mass. Beta rays releases. How they changes as atomic number mass. So gamma rays, how they are the changes like. So same way, so we have to discuss about the decays. Before emission of alpha, before emission of gamma, beta like that. So what we get in parent is converted to a daughter. How the changes are, so that is we observe. First one, alpha decay. Alpha decay. Alpha decay. So the nuclei disintegrate by alpha decay. Some of the nucleons, some of the elements of nuclei releases alpha rays by disintegrate. That is called alpha decay. So see carefully, observe carefully, listen carefully what I am saying. Here some of the elements of nuclei. So by releasing alpha rays, by itself disintegrate, that is called alpha decay. ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫా రేస్ మాత్రమే రిలీజ్ చేస్తే దాన్ని ఆల్ఫా డికే. ఆల్ఫా బీటా గామా రేస్ అన్ని రిలీజ్ చేస్తే రేడియో యాక్టివిటీ. ఆల్ఫా ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫా డికే, ఓన్లీ బీటా డికే గామా. All those are emitted by spontaneously at the same time. Yeah. That is a property of those elements. So, the emission of alpha rays by disintegrate itself is so alpha decay, the emission of alpha rays by disintegrating must be. This is the must and should present in the statement, in any statement of disintegration, any statement of radiation. Here disintegrate means so it disintegrate, it decreases. So before emission of alpha beta gamma rays must the itself by disintegrate. Suppose a candle is burning, so the candle is burning, so during the burning its decreases, its mass decreases, its amount of mass decreases, its quantity of mass decreases, means it's burning by itself. So before emission of light energy, before emission of heat energy, before emission of some energy, so by burning itself, here like that, by disintegrate itself, so by emission of by the spontaneous emission of alpha. Right. Next, alpha decay. Alpha decay, just now I told you the definition. The emission of alpha rays by disintegrate itself. What are alpha rays? Alpha rays are nothing but helium particles. Those are energy rays, helium rays. Alpha rays are nothing but yes. Z A alpha decay. What are we getting? Y and alpha particle 2 helium 4 plus some more energy. See carefully. This is the parent atom. After alpha decay, after emission of alpha decay, the parent atom is converted into data. Now the daughter atom atomic number decreases by. So atomic number decreases by 2 times. Mass number decreases by 4 times. See, this is Z A. According to law of conservation of mass number and atomic number, Z minus 2 plus 2 getting Z. A minus 4 plus 4. Here, so the parent atom is converted into daughter atom after alpha decay. Atomic number 2 times decreases. Z. Atomic number 2 times decreases. Mass number 4 times decreases. Okay, done. Next example. Suppose radium 88,222,226 radium. The radium also radioactive. Radium 88,226. That is the parent after alpha decay. We getting 2 helium 4 Rn random 2 86 plus 2 88 224 plus 224 not 224 222 4.78 mega electron volt energy. See, observe that equation, radius is converted to radian after emission of alpha rays energy. That means some energy is decreases that is converted to parent. Sorry, that. What are the applications of alpha decay? See carefully. X gives rise to y plus alpha plus q. Okay, according to law of conservation of linear momentum. Conservation of linear momentum. The X is the parent atom. It is split. So at rest, it is split into two parts. That is at rest. That is converted into y and alpha. According to law of conservation of momentum, P y is equal to P alpha. Do you know the law of conservation of energy? So before momentum is equal to after momentum. Before momentum is 0. Before momentum, initial momentum is equal to final momentum. Initial momentum 0, final momentum of y plus momentum of alpha. After that, Py minus P alpha. We getting what as on both sides. Py is equal to what I am writing here. What I am writing here, that is like that. Yes. Now, again, what is the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy in form of P square by 2. According to law of conservation of kinetic energy, P square by 2. P constant. Kinetic energy is mostly proportional to mass. So here, kinetic energy, total energy Q is equal to, according to law of conservation of energy, total energy. This energy is converted into this one. This energy converted into this one, these two parts. So kinetic energy of y plus kinetic energy of alpha. Equation number 1. Again this is written as, so fifth one, kinetic energy of inversely proportional to mass number. Kinetic energy of alpha by kinetic energy of y is equal to my by m alpha. Just in percent. Kinetic energy is written as k. Now we go for what we want. Kinetic energy of alpha, both sides plus 1 plus k alpha by ky, 1 plus m alpha by my, 1 plus on both sides we are adding 1, ky plus k alpha by ky is equal to my plus m alpha by m. What k alpha plus ky? K alpha plus q by ky my plus m alpha by m. What is the kinetic energy of y? Kinetic energy of cross multiplication q m alpha by m alpha plus my. Same way, kinetic energy of alpha q my by m alpha plus my. See, kinetic energy is equal to mass. Here y is there, so getting alpha. Here alpha is there, getting y. The kinetic energy of the reaction, after participating in the reaction of alpha decay, the kinetic energy of, so daughter, the kinetic energy of alpha. What we want, these two are very important. Okay, done. Okay, today class is completed. Tomorrow onwards, so we go for remaining.